So properties in 1 crore and above segment are rather, a commonplace in Mumbai. Now, if I slice this 1 crore and above price segment, the 1 to 3 crore price segment in Mumbai, Pune today is amongst the top 3 cities in the country, along with Bengaluru and Gurgaon, with maximum search volume for renting a home as well, if we look at Housing.com's platform.
Noida Authority Board approves Master Plan 2041 for development of New Noida. Demand for premium housing witnesses sharp rise in Mumbai and Pune, according to a PropTiger.com report. The Noida Authority has approved a draft Master Plan 2041 for New Noida, paving the way for the acquisition of around 21,000 hectares of land. Hello everyone. Namaskar, Salaam, Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam. We are back with a fresh episode of Keeping It Real by Housing.com. This is India's first real estate focused podcast. It brings to you updates, views and insights about the realty sector, an explainer on a chosen subject, and a deep dive into an industry trend or topic. Noida Authority Board approves Master Plan 2041 for development of New Noida. Demand for premium housing witnesses sharp rise in Mumbai and Pune, according to a PropTiger.com report. We spoke to Ankita Sood, Head of Research at Housing.com, PropTiger.com and Makan.com to share her insights. And what is the Repo rate? How does it impact your home loan EMIs? Details of all these and much more in this episode. Stay tuned. The Noida Authority has approved a draft Master Plan 2041 for New Noida, paving the way for the acquisition of around 21,000 hectares of land. The focus of the Master Plan 2041 will be industrial development in the Dadri-Noida-Ghaziabad Investment Region, DNGIR, where New Noida is proposed to be developed. Noida, the Delhi satellite city in Uttar Pradesh, set up in 1976, started slow but in recent years has burgeoned with what was largely farmland, now a cluster of buildings housing residential units and industrial projects, and is rapidly running out of space. The decision to approve the New Noida Master Plan was taken in the 210th board meeting of the Noida Authority on August 13, which was headed by Manoj Kumar Singh, Uttar Pradesh Additional Chief Secretary, State Infrastructure and Industrial Development Commissioner, and also Chairman of the Authority. The board also discussed the recommendations of the Amitabh Kant Committee on Stuck Housing Projects. Under the New Noida Master Plan, prepared by the School of Planning and Architecture (SPA), the new development will have special economic zones for industrial units from the agricultural, food processing and FMCG sectors. It is also likely to have a logistics hub, knowledge centers, integrated townships and skill development centers. The Noida Authority has also set aside a budget of Rs 1,000 crore this year for land acquisition and internal development in New Noida. As per the New Noida Master Plan, industries will come up on 40% of the total earmarked land. Around 13% land will be utilized for residential purposes, while 18% will be reserved for greenbelt and recreational purposes. The remaining land will be kept for mixed land use and institutional purposes. Have you been keeping an eye on the real estate trends in Mumbai and Pune? We have got some fascinating numbers to discuss today, wherein we are diving headfirst into the dynamic world of premium housing and market trends in these bustling cities. According to the latest report from PropTiger.com, the demand for premium housing has experienced an electrifying surge in both Mumbai and Pune. Can you believe that these two cities together contributed a whopping 60% of the overall sales during the second quarter of 2023? That's right. It seems like the allure of luxury living is capturing the hearts of many. Let's talk about supply. The numbers are staggering. In Mumbai, the new supply of residential properties has flexed its muscles, boasting a robust semi-annual growth of 27% in the first half of 2023 compared to the same period in 2022. Peripheral areas like Thane West, Dombivli and Panvel have been stepping into the spotlight, attracting the attention of potential home buyers and investors. Mumbai might hold the highest share of unsold inventory, but it's heartening to see that the inventory overhang has reduced to 33 months at the end of Q2 2023, down from 38 months the previous year, thanks to steady sales velocity. Pune isn't falling behind either. New supply in Pune has soared an astonishing 99% year-on-year in the second quarter of 2023 and an even more impressive 114% semi-annually in the first half of the year. The city is experiencing a real estate renaissance and investors and home buyers are riding the wave. Now let's talk numbers. The demand for homes with ticket prices of rupees 1 crore and above has skyrocketed by a staggering 24% in the second quarter of 2023 compared to the pre-pandemic levels of the second quarter of 2019. And Pune? Well, because sales in this price range in Pune have actually doubled during the same period. The allure of luxury living is clearly irresistible. Speaking of prices, the majority of new launches fall within the rupees 45 to 75 lakh price bracket in both cities, but the rupees 1 crore and above category is gaining traction. Let's dwell deeper into Pune's real estate market. This city has demonstrated nothing short of phenomenal growth. There's been a mind-blowing 99% year-on-year increase in new supply during the second quarter of 2023. Followed by an astounding 114% growth semi-annually in the first half of the year. It's safe to say that Pune is making a bold statement in the real estate market. Emerging localities like Charholi Budruk, Hadapsar and Poonawale have been leading the pack with an influx of new units catering to the growing demand. The numbers are speaking for themselves. Residential sales have surged 37% year-on-year in the second quarter of 2023 and a solid 26% semi-annually in the first half of the year. And let's not forget the industrial belt where areas like Hadapsar, Charholi Budruk, Tathawade, Ravet and Hinjanwadi are drawing the attention of eager buyers. The surge in units priced at rupees 1 crore and above is turning heads, grabbing a significant 14% share in overall sales in Pune during the second quarter of 2023. We spoke to Ankita Sood, head of research at Housing.com, PropTiger.com and Makan.com to share her insights. Listen in. Hello and a warm welcome, Ankita. Delighted to have you again for the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me once again, Gaurav.
Ankita, Mumbai and Pune are clearly leading the charge when it comes to property sales in India. Both these cities together accounted for 60% from the national sales tally in the second quarter of 2023. What are the driving factors?
Right. So, as you mentioned, Gaurav, Mumbai and Pune are leading the tally when it comes to property sales. Now, zooming, into it further, Mumbai took the highest share, that's close to 38% in the overall sales in the second quarter of 2023, with Pune taking around 22%. Now, Mumbai, we definitely know, is one of the most active real estate markets in the country and has often taken the highest share, historically as well, close to 35 to 40% of the annual appetite of property sales across the top 8 cities comes from Mumbai. Now, its status as a major financial and commercial hub continues to drive, the Mumbai property market. Now, as the city center of Mumbai has become increasingly expensive, obviously, peripheral areas such as, Thane and Raigad district have stepped up into the spotlight. Now, these areas are spearheading the demand for properties in Mumbai, if we see. And the sales has grown, from, to what they were in single digit to 16% in the second quarter of 23, if we compare a YOY basis. Positive momentum in sales has definitely boosted the developer confidence as well. I would like to, highlight to the listeners here that Mumbai has recorded the highest new property sales, property supply, that's new number of units that have entered the market in the first half of 2023. Nearly 1 lakh new units were launched during this period in Mumbai alone. Now, coming to Pune, definitely thriving IT hub of the country. Its phenomenal growth as, in the IT segment has had a very positive impact on the realty segment as well, which has cascaded into good demand for residential real estate. Property sales in Pune grew at the fastest pace of close to 37% in the second quarter of 23, if we compare it with the other cities. And also, much like its counterpart Mumbai, Even Pune's peripheral areas are gaining traction and are increasingly becoming popular. I would like to add here that the influx of IT professionals has not only shot up the buying market but also the renting market. Pune today is amongst the top three cities in the country, along with Bangalore and Gurgaon, with maximum search volume for renting a home as well. If we look at Housing.com's platform.
Ankita, within this dynamic cities, there are always emerging hotspots that catch the eye of home buyers and investors. So, what are these hotspots in Mumbai and Pune?
So let's start with Mumbai first. Now, micro markets such as Thane West, Dombivli, Bhiwandi, Kalyan West, Panvel in Navi Mumbai, and Vasai Virar have taken the highest share in property sales in the last quarter. That's the second quarter of 23. In fact, Thane West, Gaurav, and Dombivli are the top trending localities in not just Mumbai, but across all the major cities, in India. The relatively lower prices in these areas, contiguity to the main Mumbai city, commercial areas, connectivity through roads and railways have been some of the prominent driving factors, of course, along with affordability that has, led to this residential growth in these peripheral areas. Now, the upcoming metro definitely will only add to the appeal of these localities. Now, coming to Pune, like you said, the peripheral localities such as Charholi, Budruk, Hatspur, Tatwade, and Ravet, along with Hinjewadi, have taken the lead in property sales if we are looking at the second quarter. Now, here too, apart from, as you're moving away from the city center, apart from the affordable prices, infrastructure, connectivity has truly set a stage for the growth of these, hotspots. Apart from this, the contiguity to the major roads such as the Mumbai Pune Expressway and the Solapur Road have been instrumental in connecting these areas to the IT hubs of Pune and obviously cascading into the growth of these hotspots.
Ankita, which price segment is witnessing a surge in both these cities? Can you mention the key factors propelling this growth, Ankita?
So price segment, both of them are very different markets. Mumbai being one of the priciest markets in the country. Of course, by virtue of it being, scarcity of land is definitely there. High population density is there. If we look at Mumbai, the price trend indicates that properties in the 1 crore and above price bracket took the highest share of 28% in the overall sales tally. Now, as I said, we know it is the costliest city. And of course, one of the base reasons remains to be the limited land availability. So properties in 1 crore and above segment are rather, a commonplace in Mumbai. Now, if I slice this 1 crore and above price segment, the 1 to 3 crore price segment in Mumbai enjoyed the majority share. And, most of the areas that took to this were Thane West, Mulund West, Andheri East. Now, in case of 3 crores and above, Andheri West and Powai took the lead in terms of the sales tally. Now, coming on to Pune, 45 and 75 lakh price band, which is also, a band in which maximum share sales are happening in the country as well, took the highest share, close to 36% of the overall property sales happened in this price bracket, with the Hatspur, Hinjewadi, Tatwade, and Ravet, these localities taking the lead. Now, an interesting trend to note here is that Pune has been witnessing a significant surge in the properties that are in the price bracket of 1 crore and above. Now, in this quarter, that is 23, second Q2 of 23, these properties claimed a 14% share in the overall sales. Now, 14% might come across as, not much. But if you compare it from the mere 5% share that it had previously, the pre-pandemic period, that's, let's say, second quarter of 2019. So from 5%, it has significantly gone up to 14%, the above 1 crore segment. So Pune also definitely has, moved up. Now, Kothur, Babdhan, and Wagholi recorded maximum traction for properties in this particular price segment. Also, buyers today don't just want a property. They are looking to invest in a lifestyle and amenities and upgrade, their property so that it yields good investment returns as well. So all of these factors, we see that, they're contributing to the growth of this particular price segment.
Thank you, Ankita. As always, it's a delight to speak to you. Thanks for taking the time out and dropping by to have this conversation with us.
Thank you for having me, Gaurav. Thank you.
With insights from Ankita, we are sure that the real estate landscape in Mumbai and Pune is painting a vibrant picture of growth, opportunity, and premium living. Whether you are an investor looking for the next big thing or a home buyer seeking that touch of luxury, these cities have something exciting in store for you. Keep your eyes peeled and your dreams big, because the world of real estate is on the move. What is the repo rate? How does it impact your home loan EMIs? Let's explain. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) on August 10, 2023 left the repo rate unchanged at 6.50%, announcing its third bi-monthly policy for fiscal 23-24. This is the third time in a row that the banking regulator has maintained the status quo on its key policy rate and soaring inflation propelled by a disruptive monsoon. Cumulatively, the RBI hiked the repo rate by 250 basis points in 2022-23. So what is the repo rate? As is obvious, banks need funds for lending purposes. Apart from taking deposits from the general public, they also have the option to borrow from the central bank. Just like borrowers have to pay a certain interest rate to avail of credit from banks, financial institutions also have to pay interest for money that they borrow from the central bank. This interest is known as the repo rate. The term repo is short for repurchasing option or repurchase agreement. Under the arrangement, scheduled commercial banks provide securities such as treasury bills or gold to the RBI for availing overnight credit in case of liquidity shortfall. How does changes in repo rate impact home buyers? Every time the RBI makes a change in the repo rate, home buyers are told that the cost of borrowing will become higher or lower because of the upwards or downward change in the lending rate. As the repo rate has such a significant bearing on your financials, it is important to know everything about it, how it impacts your home loan liability. It is also essential to know how the reverse repo rate works to have a better clarity on the working of your home loans. Aside from helping banks with credit availability, the repo rate is an effective tool for the banking regulator to control inflation. In case of high inflation, the RBI increases the repo rate to discourage banks from borrowing. This eventually reduces the liquidity in the economy, subsequently taming high inflation. A reverse technique is put in place in the case of falling inflation. In this scenario, the repo rate is reduced in a move to prompt banks to borrow more credit, which ultimately increases the supply in the market, triggering fresh investment activity. What is the reverse repo rate? The reverse repo rate is the interest which banks charge from the RBI to lend credit to the banking regulator. Reverse repo rate is another tool used by the RBI to maintain desired inflation levels by way of absorbing liquidity from the system. By increasing interest, the banking regulator encourages banks to lend money to it, which results in depletion of excess liquidity from the system. Banks are thus not left with a lot of credit to lend. How does a change in repo rate impact home loans? When the RBI lowers the repo rate, the cost of borrowing for banks go down. Banks are expected to pass on this benefit to the consumers eventually. Conversely, home loan interest rates go up with the RBI making an upwards tweak in its lending rate. Incidentally, banks are quicker in passing on the increase in rates to the customers, while they are generally quite slow in reducing their lending rates. So even though changes in the repo rate should reflect in the financial institution's interest rates immediately, only increases see fast transmission, and often the RBI has to nudge banks to pass on the benefits of reduced rates to borrowers. With banks linking their home loan interest rates to the repo rate since October 2019, faster transmission of policy rates could be expected in the future. Prior to that, banks used internal lending benchmarks like marginal cost of funds based lending rate (MCLR), base rate, and prime lending rate to price home loans. Disappointed by the MCLR regime's limited success, the RBI in 2018 directed banks to switch to an external lending benchmark so that the borrowers are better placed to reap the benefits of policy transmission. Following this, banks switched to the repo rate linked lending regime starting October 2019. Currently, almost all major banks in India offer home loans that are linked to the RBI's repo rate. Buyers taking a home loan linked to the repo rates or those switching the old home loans to it must have clarity about certain facts about these loans. Any changes in the repo rate are likely to be reflected in your EMI outgo much faster. That's it from us for this episode. We shall be back again with a fresh episode of Keeping It Real by Housing.com with information and insights on the real estate industry. You can catch the episode on Housing.com, on the Housing.com app, on earshot.in, Spotify.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Ghana.com, and Geo7. Take care and stay safe.